The DVLA stands for the Driver and Vehicle Licensing Agency, and they're the governing body who oversees driving licences and whether or not people are able to continue driving. The best and most recovery after a stroke is within the first 6 to 8 weeks. So you are given 1 month in which to assess your recovery rather than relinquish your licence straight away. If you and your doctor decide that maybe it's not safe or it's not the right time to start driving, once the DVLA are notified, and it's your responsibility to tell them, they will send you a form for you to complete. You then send that back to them as soon as you can, and once they've looked at that, they will then write to your doctor or your consultant, just so that they can gather some more evidence and make sure that the decision they make is the right one for you. This does take a little bit of time. It might take sort of 2 to 3 weeks, and there are one of 3 decisions. They will either say, yes, you can start driving straight away. They will review how long you can have your license for. So for some people, they can have a license for 1 year, 2 years or 3 years, and then after that period it will be reviewed again. Or unfortunately, in some instances, they have to advise you as a stroke survivor that you can no longer drive, but they will always give you a reason as to how they've made that decision. If you don't notify them and you carry on driving and you have an accident, you could be subject to a £1,000 penalty fine, or in some cases you could be prosecuted. So it's really important to always keep them in the loop. If after the first month after having your stroke or your TIA, you have no lasting effects, or you haven't had any other mini strokes, any other TIAs or another stroke, you don't have to tell them. So you just go back to your GP and he or she says, yes, you can start driving again, that's fine. But what I will say is that you must always tell your insurance company. So even if you don't have to tell the DVLA, your insurance company will need to know from day one, really. If you don't tell them and you were to have an accident and it were to come about that you'd had a stroke or a TIA, they may not honour your insurance claim, and you may have problems getting insurance in the future. Now, the DVLA do have a special phone number for medical inquiries, so you'd have to contact them, and they are very good. You can just phone them up and ask them for any advice at all. And in many instances, stroke survivors who are told you can't drive by the GP, once the DVLA look at it, they actually say it's okay. It's really great when stroke survivors contact us and say, you know, I thought I would never drive again, but the DVLA have said yes. And many stroke survivors are driving today. They're very confident, they're very safe, and they have still got their independence. So the DVLA aren't always about taking your licence away from you. They are there to help and support you.